Hello, hello, friends. I'm live again today. This is a lot for me, but that's okay. I like to. I'm actually going to try to start going live a lot more in here because I think that'll also boost the algorithm and let you guys, or it'll basically have you guys see more of what's on here. So I'll show you here in a second as soon as I pull myself up over here, and I'm going to show you guys what I've been painting. If you are on, say hi. If not, that's okay. You are perfectly fine watching as well. But this is going to be one of the new items that I am going to release. This is a door hanger, and it's not done yet because we're going to finish it on here. So look at how stinking cute. Of course, we're just going to paint the seeds and stuff, and we're going to add a rusty wire. We might add some beads and a big bow. So I thought, you know what? Why not come on here? Even if nobody here watches me, that's okay. Oh, my two cats are fighting. Hopefully it'll boost the algorithm, because that's my main goal, because I've had several people contact me and said, I didn't know that this was here, this was that, and I'm just trying to find different ways to kind of bring people, or, well, not bring people, I mean, yeah, we still want to bring people here, but I'm more interested in making sure that you guys see what's been going on. So, and I apologize, of course I don't wear makeup on my days that I'm painting, because why? I'm literally just right here. But the sun is literally glaring into my eyes, so I apologize. All right, so I have some black, and we are going to let me try to see if I can push you down here a little bit. I don't know how well this is going to work. Let me see here because it's delayed on my end, so I have to wait a second to see if you can see. Maybe down a little bit further. We'll see here. But while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and paint these here. And I know people are probably going to not like it, but I absolutely love the muted colors. If you can see it, I don't know if the sun glare is allowing you, but I'll show you here in a second. I'll show you better. But I love muted colors. I am not a bright person type of girl. I am all about the muted colors and pastels and stuff like that. So, that's why you will see a lot of my stuff is very much muted or pastel or vintagey or neutral. So this here, let me see if I turn it around, it should work this way. This here is going to be the door hanger. It's about 16 inches, and we're going to put a rusty wire on it. If you're just popping in, I know I've already, and if you're watching the replay, I apologize. You probably are going to hear me say this 100 times, but I'm doing that for the benefit of the people here that are just popping in live. I know, Sandy, I absolutely love the muted colors. And I like the fact that it is the brown in the background. So if you did want to do a DIY, this is a really, really easy DIY. There's literally just this piece here. Well, I guess this piece, which this will be the back. And then you have this one here, this one here, and then that there. And then, of course, it'll all be glued down, and we're going to do that because I'm going to finish it here. If, you want to talk, you can absolutely talk, and if not, then that's fine too. I'm just trying to get Facebook to listen to me. All right, let me find a sanding block. All right, we're going to scooch this over here. And I love to sand all my stuff to have that little line right there. So, and I know I probably should be doing this in a DIY group, but you know what? I don't care. I love, you know, talking and chatting with you guys and just working. And I thought, why not? You know, I might as well get on here and talk to you guys and show you kind of the ins and the outs of how fast it goes, which is, I wish it went a heck of a lot faster. So, and this is my first time doing this. So always the first one always takes me so very long. I did not have enough time to do the strawberry stamp. If I can, let me see what I can make up, because the stamp signs are not, as long as there's no big, huge detail in it, it shouldn't be all that hard. So, Sandy, let me kind of just check it out and see what I got going, and then we'll go from there. All right, so this is what it's going to look. I think this is absolutely adorable. Like, I love it so much. But we're going to go ahead and start gluing. And of course, I use my super glue here. I gotta find a paper towel because it always gums up. And I don't know what I did with them. Oh, there they are. This is just the start, and this is why I get so worried about not being able to make the deadlines, because this is the first thing of all of the launch. This is set 1 of the launch that I'm going to be doing at the end of June. Here it is, already June 3rd, and I'm only on the first thing. The first one. I have, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 of these to do and wrap up. So that's what takes me so long. All right. And then once I actually get this done, or the first one, because the first one's always a trial and error. You'll see whenever I go to make... Hang on one second. Kaylee, see what Jess needs. Tell her I'm live. All right, sorry about that. Yes, me too, Sandy. I really do love the watermelon stuff too. See, now I didn't even pay attention in that. Which, I mean, I guess you're not really going to notice that a whole lot. But this dries very, very quick. But, well, see, there's just that little line, and that's because I got sidetracked. But anyway, you're not really going to notice it. I just am a perfectionist when it comes to my stuff, so. All right, now I need to pay attention, because these here I will get annoyed with if they're out of line. Hello, Cynthia. How are you doing? All right. Cindy, I know that you love to do the DIYs, and I have decided that I'm going to try to get on here and just go through painting all these projects to kind of show you guys a little bit how it's made, and then maybe you guys, not that nobody really understands, but sometimes, you know, I'll say, well, you know, I'll have somebody say, well, how long does that take you to do? And I'm like, you would think that it would only take me a couple of minutes, but it does. It takes me a long time. So not only that, but I also want to get on here, chit chat with you, and see what you guys are all up to. And get that. All right. This glue smells so bad. Thank goodness it's just a smaller project, or else I would be having a headache by the end of the day. Which sometimes I do, depending on how much projects. I know, Marcia, isn't it? I know, Cindy, I know. Like, you guys just wait. I mean, you guys think it's cute now. Just wait. It's going to be absolutely adorable once I put on the bows and the little... I'm doing a rusty wire here, and it's going to go across there. And I'm thinking of I'm thinking of putting on some like the, what did you call them? The wooden, like wood bead garland. It's not the wood bead garland, but it's like the wooden beads. So. All right. And I don't know. I don't know if I really want to paint the beads. I don't know. I'm going to let you guys decide too. Or help me decide. All right. Focus. I got to focus on making sure I get this down because this dries so fast. Yes, Marcia, this will be, I'm only going to do probably a couple of these finished. And then I'm going to do them also unfinished. So you'll be able to use this. Now, I did have these done before I decided that, hey, I should probably go live and talk to everybody while I'm doing it. But honestly, like, you'll just paint. I mean, this one is really not a hard project at all. So you'll kind of get the idea, and then you'll see me make the bow, because I think the bow is going to be the most difficult for everybody. Oh, thank you, Sandy. I'm glad. See, I wasn't sure if you guys would like that or not, but I'm glad that I decided to start making stuff, because I think I'm going to do that with everything. And then, you know what? If you don't want to be on here and watching me, then you can just click it off. That way, you know, you guys will get an actual peek of what all we're doing, and you guys will see firsthand how it's made. Yes, I know, Marsha, I'm so excited. And now I did cut this little crow out. I don't know if I'm going to put it on mine. However, it will be on the, it will be in with the DIY kits, because I cut all my stuff, like, first. Like, I pick a certain amount of numbers. So, like, I already have, I think, 6 or 7 of these cut. I cut everything out, and then I just lay them aside until I'm ready to paint. And then, whenever I go to actually design it and do it, half the time I'm like, okay, I don't really want that. Like, I do have this, and I do think that I'm going to use this. And I just don't know what I'm going to paint it like. So it'll have this little tag here that says hi with it, and then it'll be like kind of right under the bow. So I think what I'm going to do is make the bow first, because then I think that I'll be able to figure out what I want this painted as. I think what I'm going to do is paint it, stain it, and then do like a white maybe, or beige. I don't know. Normally I don't, with the muted colors, I usually use like a beige, but I use the white for this. So, I don't know. Let's make the bow first. All right. Now, I know. I don't decorate for summer at all, but I'm thinking that I might make one of these for my front door, because it's some of my favorite colors. So, but if you are gonna do this and you are gonna do the DIY kit, yes, Cindy, you can save the live, but however, you're gonna have to save it. And I believe, Cindy, can you put in the chat exactly how you saved it? Because I don't know if it's different for you guys than it was for me. For me, I can just go to the 3 dots and then just click save video, and it'll save it on my computer. I usually do it on a laptop. I don't know if it does it for phones. But that's how I save it. I don't know if it's different for you guys. But that's because otherwise, if you don't save it, it's going to be gone after the 30 days. So, okay. So I'm going to start with, let me wipe the glue off my hands. All right. I think, I need these out, so. Okay. All right, this ain't working. I need some. Okay. Oh my goodness. Come on. All right, I'm done with that. Messing with that. All right. Goodness. All right. I definitely think I'm going to use some of this because that gives it with the vintage vibe. So do we want to do a crisscross or do we want to actually do a bow? Let me see. See, this is why it takes me forever to actually... Ooh, I don't know. I think I'm liking the actual bow, but I think I need the bow things a little bit longer because I don't need too much down. Because then I can do that. And then I'll do this one. Oh yeah, we're doing the bow. Okay. Now, and I'll show you here how to make it. So I'm going to take probably, let me actually see, because I want to get this right for you DIYers here. I should probably give you exact measurements, huh? Where is my tape measure now? I don't know if are you guys like me? I lose everything like every 2 minutes. All right, so this only goes up to 17, so I'm probably going to say about 20 inches long. But, well, never mind. I guess you don't really need that because I'm going to give them to you in the DIY kit. So never mind. So just scratch that. Let's move this paint so that I don't get it everywhere. All right. Okay. Well, let's see. This is why I usually don't go live whenever I'm making this stuff, but I don't know if I really like this. I feel like I need some green in there, but maybe not, because I think I'm going to do one of these, because I, of course, love these here. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think we're okay without the green. Oh my God, me too, Cindy. Thank you for putting that in there. Okay. I feel like it needs something else. But then maybe that's too many pink. Maybe we will do the bow with a little bit of green in it. You like the green, Marsha? See, I wasn't sure if it actually matched it because this is such a darker green. I don't know if you can tell from the video. Oh no, I'm looking at it on there and it is definitely not this. It's a brighter green than what that is. But let me look at my scrap. I have a whole bunch of scrap fabrics too. Oh, and then I have this too. Oh, good. I'm glad then, Cindy, because there's a lot of trial and error that goes on whenever I'm creating it. Probably this is why it takes me so long to create one item. But once I get it done, then I'm good to go. I had a different green. It was lighter than, or it was like a more of a, I don't know. I wish that I could, hold on one second. Let me go look in my ribbon pile. Oh, okay. I have a lot more other greens than I thought I did. They're smaller, but let's bring this one. And this one. Let's see about these. I think these would match a heck of a lot better. Yes, me too, Marsha. That's why I said I love this one. I think I might do the white here. instead of this one here. Excuse me, because, you know, if I could figure out how the heck to, there. Because, number one, or, oh, maybe I need to do black. See? Oh my goodness. This is what happens. This is what happens whenever you're a creator. Your mind goes 100 miles an hour, and you have to try all kinds of different ones. It's the bow that always sets it off for me. Okay, let's move this over here. Let's start. Now I have this. This green matches so much better because it's more of like the sage green. This other bigger green was a, what do I want to say? Almost kind of like a grass green. Oh, thank you, Sandy. With the rat and sugar. With the green. Maybe, yes, maybe that might work too. All right, so yes, so much better. And I don't think that you guys can really honestly see in the video. This is a little bit brighter. I don't think, it's not showing up the correct color in there. Okay, we're definitely going to go, okay, back it up. We're going to go with this. So before, and I always do this before I even cut. Now, I mean, obviously you guys are going to get the fabric with yours, but if you decide to change up the fabric, you might have some ribbon or something at home that you want to, because I mean, obviously you guys can paint this however you want to. So, and I think what I might start doing, honestly, is doing it with ribbon and without ribbon. So you guys will get to choose whether or not you want to. So it'll be a little bit cheaper without the ribbon because obviously this takes a lot. I mean, this is like a 20+ inch piece. All right. Get it twisted. Okay. And I like the big, okay. Actually, that's probably even longer, but let's do this. I know I'm for sure going to do this, so I'm just going to cut this and start how I start it. Okay. Then I can, well, that might be too big. Okay, hang on. And I apologize if I'm rambling. This is how I get my brain to work. And all right, let's see. How much of a thing do I want down? Okay, that'll be good. So then I need to cut it about here. And then this will go in my scrap pile with everything, with all of my other scraps. Okay, so now here's how you make it. And I will just hold on 1 second and I know this is going to be so annoying for you guys, but it is delayed on my computer. So I have to watch myself to make sure that I'm showing you guys correctly. So you'll take your string or your ribbon, and this can be with anything. I mean, it can even be as small as this. You know, if you want to make it into like a bow. Now there's sometimes where I'll do like a crisscross effect and then do it like that. So, but I wanted a bow with this one because I think it's more girly and cute. Okay, so you take your things and you make kind of like that infinity loop, you know, like the cancer awareness infinity loop. And then you kind of just move it however long you want your tails or the things that go down here. You will kind of, so I'm probably about that long, but it'll scrunch up a little bit, so there'll be a little bit less. And then you just take the back and you kind of just fold it over. So it'll look like this. And then I just start pinching to each side. And then I do that. So then that is. Now what we're going to do, and I probably should have cut this prior to. we're gonna wrap a piece of twine around it. And then I'm gonna make sure that it's even just so that we don't run out of the string. I'm holding it down. Now this is not really wired, but it's like enough that it can kind of manipulate itself. Now I don't tie it really tight yet because I want to make sure that it's exactly how I want it. And that is about good. So then I'm gonna tie it real tight and do a double knot. And then now I gotta see which one what I want next. Now this is fabric. I use a lot of fabric when I am making bows or stuff on. This is not a long enough piece. Let me smooth that. Do I want... I apologize if you can hear my neighbor's outside. Oh my god, he's so annoying. He yells at his dog all the time. It makes me so mad, so I have to put earplugs in. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, you need to move out of my way. And so do you. See, I was thinking I was going to have this big, huge bow on here, but honestly, I'm kind of liking the... I think I'm going to do this, and then, so there'll be that, and then this here will be next, and then I'll do the black pom-pom. What do you guys think? I think that's what I'm going to do. Because then we have all different... Oh my gosh. No problem at all. Cindy. Oh, you have a party at 8. Well, happy party day. All right. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I like that. I do like this, but I think it's... Because I need to incorporate some of the white in this, so I think this is going to be the lighter color. And then, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. Okay, let me see how long I want that. So I want this one to be a little smidge longer. So we'll do... do right here. Okay, I'll stick this off to the side. All right, and then again, I take the shinier side because this is just silk. What is this? Hobby Lobby Rose Smoke, and it is the 1.5 inch, and it's not wired. But like I said, if you want to do the ribbon in your kit, if you get the DIY kit, it'll be included. All right, so then I did the same thing, made the infinity loop, and then pinch, and then what I'm doing is I'm going to put it on here. So right where you tied that, you're going to put it right on here. Kind of hold it down. I'm holding it with one finger, and then I'm going to tie it down. This is why you want to make the ends match at first, because once you actually do this, because I can't do this with my own 2 hands, so... And since this is not wired, you gotta kind of play around with it. I might even make these a little smaller. untightening it a little bit, pulling that this way, pulling that there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, tying it really tight and then double knotting it. And I'm tying it this way because you want it to be this way because of the way that the ribbon is going to go. We want to kind of sit it on there and then do it that way. Okay. And then I'll trim these, but I'm not going to do that until at the very end. All right. Then we're going to do, let me see if I want to do this size or do I want to do the small? I think I want the small. Because we want this black to kind of pop out there too. Yes, Sandy, I agree. Because honestly, whenever you'll see, because like in my mind, I'm thinking, cause I do want these, because we're going to also be decorating with this, and also the ends of these, I always just wrap up and make it so it's like a burlap bow. So let's do this here. All right. And then, of course, same exact thing. Oh yeah, I do. I like the smaller one. Hold it down and just pop it back up. And then I just did it real light because I'm going to kind of adjust it how I want it. And then, okay, and then another knot there. And I'm holding, whenever I pull it, since they're silk, they're going to go. Hey, stop. So I'm holding like the knot right here in the middle. Okay. You wouldn't think that it takes this long to try to figure out a bow, but apparently it does. But I'm also a perfectionist, so. All right, now we got, nope, that's too much. Maybe I should have did this behind. Let's see. Or do I not want to make it a bow and I just want to have it like this? No. Of course I already did that down. Oh, I don't know, Cindy, if I'm a very good bow maker because, yeah, and I can't get that out. So we're going to have to figure it out because I don't want to waste any more string. So this is going to have to be a little bit smaller. Do I like that? What do you guys think? Or do we go with the white? Or the black? I'm kind of liking the white better. I don't know. Because I feel like this is a lot of lighter colors and the black just kind of, I don't know. Let me see. Or do I want to add it to the back, maybe? No, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm really liking the white. Yeah, Sandy, me too. I feel like it goes well with the overall aesthetic of it. Yeah, I like the white. And we can't make it too big because I did the small bow. So we'll make a smaller bow, but we'll make longer, long cord. Yep, Marcia, that's me too. And I agree, Sandy. Yeah, the black was just like too bam. Maybe if I would have put it like underneath, maybe. I don't know. But even like against these here, because I sanded these down quite a bit so that I could get that vintage feel. And they even stand out from that there. So I thought I was going to like the black, but white it goes. See, and I always have my first initial inkling and then I change my mind and then I go back again. Okay, now, so I did this way. Now, whenever I go to tie again, I'm going to tie across it. And that is only to get my bows going, because I do this so that we're, I'm all about saving time and product. So there's your burlap again. Thinking I might make these a little bit longer so that maybe not that long. Okay. All right, now we gotta fluff it up. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Yes, I would assume that you should be able to. Honestly, I mean, this is turning out so cute. I might actually cut more because I was not expecting, like, not many people order door hangers, but I wasn't also expecting it to be this cute. All right, so now do we want to do dovetail or do we just want to slash? This one is just straight across. I think I might just do because everything else is, and it would be too much, I think. All right, so that is going to go in that corner. Now, where am I going to put I think I'll put the high, maybe like right there. So maybe I need to do it white. Let's do white. Let me move these out of the way though first because my luck, I'd end up getting paint all over it. All right, so when I paint, of course, I never paint my backs. I always put the wax on it, but I'm gonna use just regular white. And use my makeup sponge, and I gotta find, here we go. Just get a piece of foil. Might need a little bit more than that, but we'll try. All right, so this here, you don't really need to worry about going over those because you'll be able to see them. It's just guidelines showing you where to put it. I put it on all of my stuff because it makes it 10 times easier than having to measure, making sure that it is center. Now, okay, I did one light coat of white, and I'm gonna see, make sure that all the paint is off my hands, but I'm gonna see how well I like it first before I make it too much that I can't, it'll be hard to, I don't know if I like that. I think it's too white. Oh, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I guess you guys can't see it, huh? I'm all in my own little world here. Yeah, maybe. It might work. I think whenever I think I might, I don't know. Let's finish it and see. I think maybe it's because it has the wood showing through that I'm not. I think I might want it a little bit darker than that. That's what I'm thinking, Sandy, is having the stained letters and then antique the around it. But I kind of need it to, this is what, I don't really do a whole lot in white because you can see the wood behind it like really bad. So it takes me forever just to get pure white. This is already the third coat. And then I think after the fourth it should be good. Okay. All right, we'll let that sit and dry. And we're gonna grab the stain, and I always use Waverly Wax, which I'm hoping that they're not discontinuing because they got rid of the big 16-ounce bottles for some reason. All right. Okay. I want to make this a little bit of a darker stain because it'll match the rusty wire. And I think that I'm gonna stain, well, I don't know if I'm putting beads on it yet or not. Oh, God bless me. All right, this is taking a while to dry. All right, there we go. All right, so we're gonna go and do this a little bit here. Now it's the drying time. All right, well, while we are waiting for that, I'm gonna get my rusty wire out and see, move some of this stuff out of the way first. Okay. This, and this out of the way. Okay, and this out of the way. And this. Oh my goodness. I had a pile of the ribbon over here. Okay. Alright. So now we need to see, while this is drying. And I'm hoping that this is going to be thick enough. Because I love the rusty wire, but this is about as thick as I have it. That should be good. Okay, so we are going to, I think what I'm going to do is bring it up through this. So if there's a wire, actually, let me do this first. I got to stay in my back first because then it'll be more difficult to get the, it'll be a little bit more difficult whenever I have to put it on, because then I'm going to have to go over the wire. So this is just, and usually I can go to the grain, but sometimes it doesn't. So if you push it back this way, you're going to get a bunch of little like hairs on it. And that's just, it's +2. I get freaked out thinking I'm going to get a splinter or something. Okay. Since I'm going to be doing these a lot more, I'm going to try to get a different camera system or a different camera thing, because I know that you guys, especially with this project here, it's so large that you guys are probably having a hard time seeing every little thing of it. So for this one here, until I can get the next one, which I'll probably be on tomorrow night again, doing something else, whichever one that I grab next. But I'm going to try to make sure that you guys can see all of it. Usually this process goes a heck of a lot easier doing the back because I can usually just go back and forth. But for some reason, this one here, I must not have sanded it good enough. Alright, so what I'm going to do, make sure that I didn't get nothing on the front. So if for people for the DIY kits, you're going to stain the back with whatever stain you want. I used antique Waverly wax paint, and you also want to do this side here. You'd seen it at the beginning of the video before I glued it down, so I did both sides so that it has that antique look. All right, and then I'm gonna put it through this hole here, and I think what I'm gonna do is clip on, do the bow, and then I might just reinforce it down with hot glue. But I'm just sticking it through, let me see if you guys can see that. Yeah, I'm just kind of sticking it through because it's wire, so it'll go through. And then kind of let it go down a little bit. All right, so it's just kind of in there, and then I'm going to kind of wrap it around this here, if I can see. Sorry, I'm just going to push it back in through there, and then wrap it around the bow. Or, I guess, not really the bow, but it's kind of mainly the... And then I am going to have to reinforce that down. Okay, so then, let's see. Do I want beads on this? And do I want them to be stained? Maybe, let's see. Okay, I don't have the stained ones and the smaller ones, but what happened to my beads? Huh. Oh, wait, no, those are not it. What the heck? I don't know. Is your craft room like this? That you just lose everything all the time? I know I know where they're at. There we go. Of course, if they were a snake, they would have bit me. Alright, so let me see. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like this stain because... Yep. I knew it. Okay. I don't know. What do you guys think? I should, hold on. Well, I guess maybe I could cut this. Get like an idea of where to take it. Because I don't want it to hang too high. So I'm going to say about this length. All right. Put this aside. All right. And now, like I said, I need to turn on my glue gun because this bow is going to drive me nuts moving all around. So turn that on, let that get... All right, so the bow is going to be like this. Let's add... See if you guys can see that. I'm trying to make sure that you guys are able to see that. I think I'm gonna like this here. 1, 2, let's see how many we're gonna need. 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe? 5, 6, maybe 7. Let's see. I think I like that. And then what I want to do maybe is do like a little curly cue. I need a paintbrush. Now, I don't know if this is going to actually stay. This probably won't stay. Let me stick this up through here. Well, it might. Yeah, we're gonna have to have it. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna stay. I think the wire's too thin, but maybe if I just curly cue it all the way down, it'll sort of kind of stay. So, and then we can twist it around that. So I'm just twisting it, put it through the hole, twisted it around, putting it back up through there, and then I'm going to, I just want to secure it, so I'm going to wrap it around the regular or the initial one, bring it back up through again. And then I'm going to do a curly cue here. let's get rid of all of this here. Let me see here. I'll show you guys in a second. Okay. All right, we got that. Let me move the white out of the way. And I am going to, I need to glue this down, but I think I'm going to wait until after I do this. So, sand, okay, let's move this out of the way. All right. We're gonna distress it a little bit. I'm using the Distress ink by Jim Holtz. This is not the oxidized. I do not like the oxidized. It does not give it a good color. And then if you get too much, you can just take it right back off. Well, or wait till it dries, though. Honestly, I need to dab it off a little bit because it got too much on it. And I just go around the edges, and then I'm gonna just go a little bit across the top to make it look dirty and vintage. So before I glue that on, there's another thing of wire. I'm gonna see what it looks like. Because I'm probably just gonna put this on with oh, that's cute. All right, I do. I think I like that. Let me see if you guys can see this whole thing. So there's that there. And then I think what I'm going to do is take a piece of twine, put that on there, but I'm also going to glue it a little bit so that it's not like flinging everywhere. All right. Set this back down here till I can glue this. Oh, well, I mean, you can, Cindy, you can do that. I know a lot of people that does it. But I like mine I like to control how much I put on, I guess, if that makes sense. If you had seen whenever I was doing it, whenever you dip it in here, it's obviously fresh ink that's getting on there. So to me, it's a little bit much. So I just dab it off on a, see, like, look at how much is on there. That to me is way too much. I need it to be like that. Because then I can control, even that's probably too much still. Because then I can control how much is on there. And then I'll just do multiple layers. I'll do multiple layers whenever, or if I want it darker. So, twine. Oh, thank you. I think they call them daubers. Daubbers. And I got it at Hobby Lobby, but I don't even know if they even have them anymore. They used to have big ones, which I would do for my big projects. But, of course, I got rid of it. That. You're welcome. Yeah, you can get, like, I seen them on Amazon, which is probably where I'm going to order more of them, because once you start doing this to the wood, it starts scraping up and then a lot of the sponge comes off of it. So I did find ones that look exactly like this at Amazon. So whenever I'm done with that, or whenever I'm done with this pack, I'm gonna order them from there. Okay, you can go over there. And then... All right, so what I'm doing, hopefully you guys can see this. I'm just kind of taking the twine, pulling it down and underneath the bow, doing one knot, and then I'm going to take this here, then I'm just going to honestly just tie it in a knot. And then no, I don't like it. I think what, let's see what I need to do with this. And hopefully you guys can see here. Maybe I tied it a little bit too tight because I want it to kind of drape down a little bit. So I'll untie it a little bit. And then tie it like that. Yeah, okay. So then I'm going to set this out of the way, and then I'm going to take my glue gun, and I'm just going to put a couple little dots, like right in there, and then hold that down. So I just put it like right at the top. And this bow, you can always readjust later. So now I'm hoping that it'll stay kind of in one spot instead of going everywhere. And then I'm going to glue a little bit down right here. Sorry about that. My husband is hacking up a lung or something in there. And then if I'm going to fluff this up a little bit, I might have to glue it down just a little bit more. But I want like the bow to kind of be puffy. But right now I'm kind of flattening it out just to get it to be, yeah, I need to do a smidge more over here to have this piece down so that it will just kind of stay in place so that it's not twisting back and forth. And there's that. And then I'm gonna do just a little bit. I just did a little bit right on the back of this piece of the glue or the tag. And then I'm just going to kind of glue it down like this so that it's still popping out. And then fluffing up the bow. This can go down there. I hope you guys can see this. I need to get a different camera. Or not a different camera, but a different camera holder, I guess. Or something. There's that. And I just left the strings of the twine because it just, I like the way that the frillies all go down. Let me see. Get that off. Oh, got hot glue stringies going everywhere. Okay. Should have twisted it just a little bit to the side. But I think I'm going to do that. Just because it was like straight down. Yeah. So I'm going to twist it a little bit to the side. Which therefore I'm going to cut down a little bit of the ribbon. So I'm going to cut this kind of at an angle. And, okay, Okay, get out of my way, buddy. So this is just a little bit shorter on this side. And that, I do that sometimes whenever, like, I just want stuff to kind of be tucked back in from tags. So you can still kind of see the tag. So just kind of twisting it a little bit, putting that behind. I do have to trim this one. I don't know where the heck this one's coming from. There's that. That goes over on that side. Might trim this one up a little tiny bit. And then, of course, I gotta trim up that. And then that. And then that. Yeah, okay, I like that. All right, so there's gonna be the bow. But hang on and I'm gonna pull my camera up and show you guys. So I think this is done. Maybe I might trim this up too, because that's kind of going all kinds of wonky. All right. Please, Jesus, don't be making this all fall over. Oh, my goodness. And the sun is still in my eyes. All right. So here is the finished project. This might be a little bit too long for my taste, but honestly, I mean, it's only about that long there. So what do you guys think? Like it? Love it? Let me give you a closer up. And I like it matches like the whole vintage feel. So there's the finished bow and the tag. You can see the brown underneath here. And it's not very thick, so you don't have to worry about it. I mean, it still could probably break something if you're like really wing it, but honestly, if like you have kids shutting and slamming the door, it's not very heavy. I don't think I have any popsicles on light blue. Whatever's on the website is all the popsicles that I have left. So, I know, I love it, Sandy, don't you? Like I said, I'm gonna have to probably get one for my place. And I guess you could probably have these go over here too, but if you want. There you go. I love it. Super cute. So I have, let me see how, oh, I forgot about, I don't think that I want this on here, but in the DIY kit, they have like a little crow, but honestly, I think that would be too much. I like it just like this. What do you guys think? I mean, I could put it there. I mean, I can only go facing this way. Or, nah. I mean, honestly, you guys, with the DIY kit, you could probably even replace the high with this if you want. Oh, good. Yes, I know. I'm definitely putting this one on, not this one, but one of them on my front door. But this was how I would decorate mine. But yes, so this one, there's going to be, I think I have 6 cut out. So what I'm thinking of doing is having, yes, me too, Sandy. I love it just like that. I like crows, but I like them for fall. Like, and to me, this is more summery. But I believe I have 6 cut out. Honestly, I might even cut out more because it might be a popular one. So if you guys like it, drop it in the comments. I know you, Sandy, but whoever likes it, let me know. Also, I'm probably going to end up making a post about it too to see. Because, like, I don't, like, you never know whenever I go. Because, like, I try to show you guys, like, whenever, the design and stuff. Like, I showed you this. But it was just, like, from my design stuff. So you really couldn't get the picture. Like, in my mind, I had the picture of how I wanted it. But you guys don't, obviously. So, So I think it's really hard for you guys to kind of give me an idea of how many or what you want from like a digital image. So I think what I'll do is I will post it and then see how many. But as of right now, if I don't add any more, there's going to be 3 finished and 3 DIYs. I don't know, just door hangers really aren't like a huge thing for me. I don't do a whole lot of them. I like to do them. But they're not too, what do I want to say? They're not too popular, so. But yeah, so that's what I got. Guys, if you guys have any other questions, I'm probably going to hop off here. It's almost 8 o'clock, or late o'clock here for me. Tomorrow I'll be back on. Let's see, what am I going to make? It has to be something, the newer ones. So, and something I'm going to have a DIY kit with. I have so many things cut out. I have like boxes and boxes of stuff here cut out. I might actually, I think I want to do the rest of the I think I want to do all the watermelon stuff. Okay, Sandy, I will. So yeah, so I'm saying, like, if a lot of people want this, I probably will cut out more. So tomorrow, what I might do, well, I think I'm going to stick with getting all the watermelon stuff done. So I will have something watermelon I'll be doing tomorrow, and it'll be a DIY kit also. So, and it'll probably be right around the same time. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get a picture of this before it gets really too dark out and post it for you guys tomorrow so you can see the finished result. Okay. Thank you guys for coming and talking with me tonight and watching this. And if you are watching or if you're doing the DIY, you definitely want to make sure that you save this video. Okay, Marcia. All right, so we got at least one for each. And I'm sure that Cindy, I don't know if she's on here, and I know she's been hopping in and out, but I'm pretty sure that she's going to want a DIY kit, so. Or the finish, one of the two. So I might honestly cut a little bit more, so. All right, guys, have a good rest of your night. I will see you guys tomorrow, and, yeah. So good night. Bye-bye.